Kia ora people. We are in Auckland City, going over to the square which is across the road. Right now I am Rebecca, I'm reporting for Karina's page, Truth Bombs New Zealand. Doesn't look like there's too many people over there at the moment. It is still 10 minutes to 1. So I'm just going to turn the camera around so that you can see. Kia ora, kia ora. It's going to be an interesting day. Now, how do I turn this camera around? There we go. Right. Just let me know you can hear me, please. Matua, you're the only one on here right now, so just please let me know the audio is okay, you can hear me. There's a lot of police. One there. Paddy wagon there, paddy wagon there. I just came out of the bathroom and there was a trans activist. John, hey Art, somebody please let me know if you can hear me okay. Morning. Some cops here for us. I don't know who they're here for.
Morning, it's 5 to 1.
Okay, afternoon. Thanks for that. They got to correct me. Well, that's a bit, that was a bit hostile. Got to correct me on the time. Don't think they're here for us. All right, where is the St. Patrick's Square? Here it is, down here. Here we go. Going in, going in. Thank you for sharing. Oh, just gonna get my boots up. There we go, I'm going in. Now I'm gonna go find Karina, who owns this page, Truth Bombs Media NZ. I am just broadcasting for her today, helping her broadcast. Here we go. Oh, there's quite a few people. Here we go. Let the woman speak. You. We've got some construction workers, some police. Afternoon. We've got some people in suits. Can hear you loud and clear. Great. Thank you, John. Afternoon. Looks like there's actually quite a few normal people here. Wow. Someone else live streaming, that's good. Oh, there's some friends of mine. I'm just going to go say hello. Hi. I'm live streaming on Karina's page right now, so
oh yeah.
Just give me a hug while I do a little pan. And hello. Hi Julian, how you going? Where's Vinny?
No, where's Alfie? Is he with Vinny?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where's Karina?
No idea.
Oh.
These guys haven't seen anything.
Right, I'm just going to do a walk around. Women are the key to life, that's right. Do you want to say something? I'm live at the moment. Are you live too?
No, I'm not. I'm just taking a video.
Would you like to say something? I'm live.
I'd like to say that I am a woman, period.
Yoo-hoo!
No qualifiers, no nothing. This is our language. It is our word. It belongs to those of us who are born with vaginas and uteruses and are living with 2 X chromosomes. It
Woohoo!
does not belong to anybody else. It will not be taken by somebody else, and it cannot be.
No, it can't be. It's against natural law. It's against
It is
nature.
our word. This is our being, and anything less is pretend. And I have no hatred for anybody, and I have no ill against anybody. But the minute that somebody tells me that who I am is a feeling,
Yeah.
I draw the line.
Can you just wait one sec, guys? Anybody watching, can you please tell me if you can hear this lady speaking? Do you want to share your name or no? Winona, can you please tell me now, somebody who's watching, if you can hear Winona? Because I have headphones on and I know you can hear me, but can you hear people who I'm asking? Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Oh, hi! Can you hear us? Hello? Yes, okay. Can you hear Winona right now? Winona, speak.
I am a
Karina
woman,
is over by the
period.
train
That's
side.
it. No qualifiers.
Woohoo!
None needed. Our word.
That's it.
Our word, our power.
Okay, sound all good. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Winona.
right on.
Appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Right on. Woohoo! Hi, Jolene.
How are you?
Good. How are you? I'm live on Karina's page. You want to say something on here? No. Okay. Hello. Oh, lots of friends here. Please give your sign. Oh, I didn't see that. Sorry. I have to go back to those comments. I don't know how to bring those back up. I missed that comment. Please bring the sign something. I don't know. Workers now know what a woman is. Adult human female. Hello. A man. A man here supporting us. Thank you so much. Do you want to say something? I'm live on Truth Bombs Media in New Zealand.
Oh yeah, workers now, it's a small left-wing party, but maybe the only left-wing party that's on this side in this thing, and we thoroughly support this event, right, because a woman is an adult human female, and we've got nothing against transgender people. They do their thing, just don't stuff it up for other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, cool.
It's not that hard, is it?
It's not really.
They're making it hard.
Yeah.
For themselves.
I mean, we could have a third space. We could create a third space for them, couldn't we? Instead of them coming into ours.
Whatever. I mean, when the homosexual law reform come through, they weren't trying to displace anyone else. They just wanted equality, equal treatment.
Yeah.
That's what they wanted.
But they've gone too far now.
Yeah, this is different.
They've gone too far.
They're trying to advance themselves at women's expense.
Yeah.
And women already got enough shit to worry.
I know, right?
Yeah, we would.
Yeah.
Okay, so
What's your name?
Don French.
Don French.
Don Franks.
Franks. Okay. Say thank you. Say hi, and I'm just gonna get you a sign again. Workers now. What knows what a woman is? There you go. All right. Hello. How are you? So good to see you. Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll go around and we'll ask some other people. How about this lady here with a Let Women Speak t-shirt. Oh, she's in a conversation. What about this one here? I might just do a quick walk around actually, guys, because you want to see the crowd, right? Oh, there's a little separating us to Karina. Are you talking to me? Yeah, there's the trans people down there that want to have men come into women's spaces. I don't really think that they know how serious this is, considering Ireland is going to take trying to take the word woman out of the constitution. It's all just a way to get to our kids. And oh my God, she's wearing a baby blue. Okay, I'm back. She's wearing a baby blue and a baby pink flag. Two of them are. And some of those signs are, actually there's like 3 flags down there. And that's basically the pedophilia flag, so shame on them. Minor attracted persons. Wow. Shame on them. Right, we're going to go find Karina. I think someone said that she's down there. Let me see if I can see her. I'll just do a quick walk down there. I'm not scared to go down there. Let's go. Cops are here. They can't do anything to me. A little. Right. I'm just going to go all the way down and around. Afternoon. How's it going? Just going to get all the cops' faces on here, because if anything does go down and they don't help, well, we've got their faces. That whistle.
Screwed your own people.
Demons.
Well, there's only one place for them, I'm afraid. Not on that earth. Not on our earth, down below they can go.
Why are they so angry? See this? Real reporting. Real reporting.
Come on, mainstream media, step up and do the proper news.
Real reporting.
Stop feeding us bullshit. We know what's going on now.
Real reporting. See these fucking retards?
There's a lot of We love you guys. Come and give us a hug. Come on, love. We love you. Now, yeah. They're probably blocking, probably single blockers, I'd say. What we the police would be more the government putting single blockers in. These are all government plants. We know you're a government plant. The government's going to be gone, you guys will be locked up. Once the military tribunals come in, you're going to be gone. So you think at the end of October, you know where you're going to be standing. If not, you're going to be having a knock on the door.
Can you move face, start moving around, please? Just so I can safety around here, right?
Oh yeah, no worries. Thank
Thank you. Move on that side, eh? Yeah, move over there. Move your stuff over there, please. Come on, move over here, please. Move over there, please. Yeah, that's right. Can you film over there? Film over there. We don't need people in the middle. Please. Just on that side, eh?
Shut up. Shut up.
That's what I'm telling you to move.
Yeah, I am. Happy. Happy. Back up. Hot, man. Yeah, I know. Okay. Oh, anyway, that's them. I go back to the people speaking. Whoa, somebody's losing their shit.
Which compromises our basic right to freedom of speech. In a recent article in the UK Telegraph, Joe Bartosh, who's also a bit of an academic, says...
Yay, sun's gone here.
Do you want water or are you right?
I've got water, thank you.
Do you want a snack? Because I've got food as well.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit.
Take the subjects of justice,
Was I worried about Simon falling over because he drank so much wine before he came? Yeah, so if you want something to eat, just find me later. I think the ladies might have some snacks too. Well, quite a few people I think thought this would be a 20-minute gig, not realising that it's I've been here since 7:30. Cops were here when I turned up. Cops were here when I turned up. They were checking the bins and shit. I don't know, but if you've got this many people, it's advisable. Yeah, it's good though, eh?
Yeah.
You know, common sense.
Yeah, exactly. Filming. I'm alright. Oh my goodness. Can I just chuck this in front? Just gonna put that there.
Real woman born this way! Real woman born this way! Put your picker away and go home! Yes, Mama?
So many people injured.
Why are you wearing masks?
Can you guys see my live on Facebook?
Hi guys, we're back. I think we just had a little bit of technical difficulties there. Here I am with Karina, the owner of Truth Bombs Media. I hope you guys can tune back in. I was just going to go down and show you all the trans activists. So I'll do a walk around, come back up, and we'll talk to some other people again. So thanks for tuning in. Please share the link on your page. It's really important because we're shadow banned and need to get this out for all women, all children. It's very important. We really need your support. Please send prayers. I don't think we need protection prayers. The police are here, so we should be fine. But I'm just going to go turn the camera and do a little walk around now. Ooh, sorry, love. It's great that there's quite a few people here. Now, let's go down into the wasps' nests. Oh, hi, Paula. We're on. We're okay. Can you hear us all good? Just taking it easy. Women's spaces are for women, not for men who think that they are. High five.
Well, I mean, why would
That's right. Got your faces. Right, we're going to go down. I'm not going to go in between them because that's just dumb. And I really don't want the energy that near to me. So, no, thank you. Just going to do a little walk around and show everybody who's here. There we go. Oh, look at them. Mana Media are actually talking to the trans. Maybe we should then. Maybe we should go talk to some of them. I just don't want to. They're just so hostile. And I'm not here for them anyway. I don't want to give them the attention because that's what narcissists, sociopaths and psychopaths actually do, is they just want your attention. But I might just give Mana Media some backup here for a sec. Hey guys.
You're going to turn everyone into lizards. Going to turn everyone into lizards? I thought you were trained.
Why are they hiding their faces? Hi.
You're not trained, you're trained lizard. No, born lizard.
Wow, born lizards.
We're a cover-up.
And demonic, wow.
Awesome.
Right, I think it might be starting now, so we're going to give these NSPs no more attention and go and get the woman the attention. NSPs, guys, means narcissistic sociopathic psychopath, which basically means they have no empathy for other people's feelings, no empathy, no care, that we don't want them in our spaces. Here we go. This is our crowd. Hello.
You Miss Wilson,
John.
aren't you?
Yes, I am.
How's it
Sorry, I've
going?
been hanging up because I'm arriving.
No problem. Did
Nice
you find
to
a park
meet you.
okay?
Vinny's just kind of, I don't want
It's
to
really
say on
hard
live.
to find a park.
Yeah.
I parked in Sky City.
Yeah, okay. I'm live, bro, so I can't talk to you right now, but I will after, okay?
It's all good.
Listen to the marshal. Marshal at purple.
Right, I need to get somewhere higher.
Purple, do not listen to anyone else who is wearing a different coloured high-vis jacket. The marshals are trained, they know the safe place to evacuate to, they know how to assist you.
Right now, your connection is shit, yeah, I know, they've been,
Do not call them Barney the dinosaur.
I know, it's
We'll leave it to
the best we
mainstream
got, though.
media.
You know, if you want to do better, you can come down and do it yourself, but, you know, we are doing the best we can.
Speak out.
It's data that, you know, I'm
The
paying
reason we're
for,
having
so
the protest today was because
a little thank you would be nice.
there was a court hearing for dismissal of charges against the person. The person who assaulted Kelly JP and myself at Albert Park in March with tomato juice. My understanding is that hearing has been adjourned, so I have no news regarding that. There were many mistakes made on the 25th of March, but the worst one probably was the fact that some people believe it's suitable and acceptable to silence women because you don't believe the same things that they do. That is not acceptable.
Thank you,
We
Bon,
have the right
appreciate
to
that.
gather, we have the right to
Let us
speak
know
in
if you can
public,
hear us okay.
and we have the right to
If you can
have
hear
our
the speakers.
opinions.
Oh, hello. She's just adding to the, you know, the woo.
It just so happens that our opinions are that trans women are men. Women don't have penises. Women deserve the right to privacy and dignity in single-sex spaces.
Yes.
Lesbians don't do dick. And get their hands off the children.
Yes. Woo!
And women are adult, human, female.
That's right. Pardon me, sorry, I'm just going to sneak past you
I'm
there.
going to introduce the Turfettes.
I'm going to go up high over there.
Sing us a song, please join in.
I'm going to go up high so we can get a better view up here, guys. There we go. How's that? What's that? Oh, yeah. Thanks, honey. Thanks. I don't actually know how to do it, so shoot, I might not do it. And our human rights and this ain't over yet. Woo! The opposition, Jasmine, are down the hill there. Down the hill behind that tape. If you go earlier in the video, I did go down there, but we're not giving them the attention. We're giving the speakers attention. 'Cause that's all they want. And they ain't getting it. Woo! Humans' rights and... I don't know the song, sorry, obviously. Humans' rights and isn't over yet. I know that verse. Just gonna stand here. That's right!
If you were born a boy, you will never be a woman!
That's right!
Keep your dick out of our faces!
Keep out!
No woman has a penis, no woman has a penis. There is no gender NTI. No history of it. There are men and women, boys and girls. A woman is born and not born. These are our words. They are not your words. Woman, woman, girl, daughter, auntie, sire, queen, nonna, nanny, grandmother. They are not your words. They will never be your words. You are skinwalkers. Skinwalkers! It's in our mother's name. We must not call him she. Not now.
Not
Not ever.
ever!
No man is the equal to my mother when he puts a dress on. He is just a cocksbroker in a dress. A skinwalking man in drag. And I do not have to validate you. Because if you want to pretend that you are a woman, that is up to you. But if you want me to pretend you are a woman, that is up to me.
That's right! Woo! Woo, 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 woo! I will, John, I will, thanks. I will say hi later.
Hi everyone. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Katrina. And according to the latest
Can you guys hear all right? Can you let me know, John? Someone watching, let me know you can hear if I'm all the way up here.
I'm so glad to be with you all here
Because if you can't, I'll go back closer.
and girls, because who else will do that for us?
Someone watching, please let me know if you can hear that speaker.
Not the minister.
Okay, thank you, Michelle.
Not the National Council of Women. It's us. We have to do it. We have to do it from grassroots now.
Go closer, okay.
Way back in the day. Right, today, I actually want to talk to you.
Okay, we're going closer. Sorry, guys. Excuse me.
But
Excuse me.
about any
Sorry,
council
thank you.
anywhere in New
Excuse me,
Zealand.
sorry, thank you. I'm live streaming.
In
Thank
October
you.
2021, the Christchurch City Council
There we go.
opened a new swimming pool complex in Linwood and made the women's session, which was requested by the community,
mind if I just do
also
a picture right
available
there? Thank
to
you so much.
people who identify as
I'm going to go here because I'm live
women.
streaming. Come next to me.
So, all
Thank
a
you.
bloke has to do now to be a woman, according to the council's website, is just say he is one. And hey presto, he is.
Didn't see
And
her.
the women's session is open to him. I mean, hello. Actually, all women's and girls' facilities are open to him in any council-owned venue in Christchurch. And this could, as I said, this could be for any council anywhere in New Zealand, because all the council considers a man who says he's a woman to be, all he has to do to be one is to say he is one. If a woman or girl is discomforted or distressed by a man being in her space, she is the one who has to move into a changing or toilet cubicle if there's one available. Or just manage the best she can with the bloke in her space. He gets to stay there in complete confidence that the council condones his presence. How utterly disrespectful.
Sorry
to
guys, I'm
women
just
and
trying to get some
girls.
water. It's really hot today.
I'm sure many of us have heard the same thing from anyone we try and address this with. They claim there is no evidence to show that allowing men who say they're women into women's and girls' spaces is detrimental to them. For some reason, it's only stats from a prosecuting defences by men who say they're women that will suffice as evidence. Whereas the men who say they're women only have to say they need to be in women's and girls' spaces because they say they don't feel safe in men's. And that's enough evidence required from them. No official avenue has been supplied to collect anecdotal data from women and girls about how this experiment is affecting us. Do you know who else the Christchurch City Council listens to? Women's groups who also believe that a man is a woman. And yes, they do exist, unfortunately.
Boo!
You know, the Ministry for Women, the National Council of Women, and of course Christchurch's Neo Rainbow Group.
Boo!
Other groups and people who don't buy into this don't exactly get the welcome mat laid out for them. We usually have to ferret out in various ways the information, I'm sure, I'd rather we didn't see. Speaking of which, the Christchurch City Council has just issued a new draft policy that will enable them to override women's and girls' sex-based rights with impunity. You'll find this online. Hang on a minute. Online, if you search CCC,
That's right, Bond,
Draft
exactly.
Equity and Inclusion Policy.
That's what I think as well. Only pedos want to
Equity
be
and
in there.
inclusion. What worse words do we hear now? We have a brief window
Sickos.
from the 14th to the 26th of September to make submissions. There is no evidence that men change their character or become just like a woman as soon as they say they're one. We've kept all men of any stripe out of women's and girls' spaces for reasons that extend right back to the beginning of humankind. There are no new reasons, only a new attempt to break down women and
Can I
girls'
share this?
purpose
How do I share it?
boundaries.
Is it that one?
Men feature a lot in the movement to make this happen.
Don't know.
I'm just
I'll
so
leave it for
glad
that
that there are also men featuring and
To mine and
preventing it.
Vinny's.
I'm loath to say it, but I'm sure the thought lurks in the
No,
back
I
of
don't know.
many of our minds. I do wonder if the determination to
sorry.
turn deaf ears to us means that only
Can you guys please
the
share
murder
this link?
of a woman
I wanted to
or
share it.
girl will be considered enough evidence.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Yep. I wanted to share this
So
to
all
my
the
page.
councils and the public
but,
service, to the government and the politicians
I
who
don't know how to
tell
do
us
it, guys,
they're not
so
hearing about
please can you
any
share
of
it to
this.
yours?
Hear us, hear us now. Stop disrespecting women and girls and start respecting what we have to say about keeping all men out of our spaces. And because bizarrely, sorry, it now needs to be said by woman and girl. Come through.
My name's Annie O'Brien. In 2013, I posted online that a man is not a woman, and that a prisoner in America called Louis Morales, who Laverne Cox was trying to get moved to a female prison, should stay in that prison. He was there for murdering and raping a 12-year-old girl.
Oh my God.
And,
What a monster.
So I posted this online, and very quickly I received death threats, rape threats. I posted my address, contacted my employer, and I looked around and there was no one in New Zealand who was talking about it. And then I found a couple of women, and that resulted in Speak Up for Women, and as you can later, you guys will
We got you, sister!
So I really want to thank the organisers for putting this on. It's been a long time coming to see so many people standing up and saying something. There's been a lot of that rubbish. And I really appreciate each and every one of you who are here. And we just have to keep saying the emperor has no clothes. Men cannot be women. And as a lesbian, I just want to say we don't do dick. And to any media who are here, I don't know that they are. Shame on you. For lying about us for 10 years, for calling us names, for basically
Yeah, thanks for checking.
the mob
Appreciate that, man.
at the park.
It's fine though, eh? Like, I thought it's fine though. I thought it was going to be much worse. I thought we were going to be closer.
Oh, they're pretty wound up down there.
Yeah,
very,
yeah.
very wound up.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
just
They're not going to be
have
getting
to
arrested
keep
soon. They're not going to like that. We're start worrying.
and standing
Really?
up
Right
for
on the head. Your brain is very,
and
very
eventually
gone.
Yeah, yeah.
They're going to be getting arrested soon.
we're seeing it happening
Oh, yeah, they'll take
overseas.
license.
We're
Cut the
seeing
shoulders and all. You keep
in
that
the
up in
UK,
public
our
order
sisters
arrest.
are just
Oh,
smashing
yeah.
it. They're sorting it
They're
out
not
over
showing
there.
Wouldn't that be glorious if they had to...
Police weren't prepared to protect
And in
Cozy Park.
America, you're seeing the lawsuits.
Yeah, well, that's true.
This is one thing about
Yeah.
America. When the
Very close.
lawsuits
It's
start
easy around the sea.
No, he's with the baby. Oh, look. They're right here, forming a line. What the hell are these guys doing?
being here and just honestly warming my heart.
The police are standing there in lines. It's a little bit alarming. And over there. Standing there over there in lines.
All good.
Great speech.
Good work, man. Good work.
Can you put that over there, please? By that blue one? It's mine. Thanks, John.
So I just want to talk about Suffrage Day, which was yesterday. And what usually happens is that women go to breakfasts and they listen to really high-profile women talking about how they've made it. And in business, the public service and in politics. And good on them, because the glass ceiling does have a few cracks in New Zealand. After all, we've currently got 58 women in Parliament, and that makes up nearly half of MPs, and over 50% of the women on the boards of public service organisations are women.
But while women at the top are doing well, little has changed for those women who clean the halls of power and clean the corporate offices where our public services are housed on what's that street? I was there yesterday.
Yes, Antifa is here because I saw them.
And so while
clearly them when I first pulled up.
For solo mothers who are struggling along on benefits, and little has changed for the women on sickness benefits who have to live on $240 a week, or for the retired women who are surviving on a pension with little or no savings because all their working life they earn so much less than men, and they have to take time out for raising their children.
That's it.
So while the high-profile women might congratulate themselves because they're doing so well, women's rights are being eroded.
Yep.
By legislation that puts women's and girls' privacy and safety at risk. That erases the word women from our language, even in birthing.
Shame on them! Shame!
And workplace policies that prevent women from speaking out and disciplining them if they dare to do so.
Shame!
Yesterday I was talking to a mortuary technician in one of our hospitals.
They're very wound up, and they'll be under public disorder very soon.
She got disciplined because she was taking samples from a transsexual person, and she wrote on the label that he was a man because he had a penis. Wow.
That's all right, Ben. We've got people here who are going to protect us. We got backup. Don't worry, we didn't come down here with nothing. There's many men here who will protect us, who care about women and women's rights, and children's rights, and human rights.
That wonderful word about kindness and all the rest of it. Women and girls are being excluded. Girls in high school can't speak out because their teachers are indoctrinating them in gender ideology, and because their peer group are watching social media all the time. And women and girls are being shut out of university, or young women. They have to say they go along with gender ideology or they won't get an A.
That's right, Russa, we do.
And
you do need
shut out of their political parties. I was in the Labour Party until March the 25th this year, and I left because I was so pissed off with the leaders of both the Greens and Labour inciting the violence that was at Albert Park that day. And we've been cancelled by the mainstream media. Yesterday I was in Wellington. We were having a wonderful suffrage event, and along came TV1, and she said, I said I was Jill Owens, leader of the Women's Rights Party, and she said, oh, so you're anti-trans? I said, no, I just want to preserve and protect the rights that women have had in the Human Rights Act since 1993, which was 30 years ago. Needless to say, our interview was not shown on TV1 last night in Auckland. So what we did, the Women's Rights Party all over the country yesterday, we commemorated 130 years of women's suffrage, but we also wanted to recall the determined efforts of those women who stood before us and fought for our vote, our right to vote, and fought for us to have pay equity, and fought for us to be able to get a mortgage without having our father or our husband sign up to it. So we unfurled a banner over the Auckland motorway, the West Auckland motorway. We collected signatures on the replica suffrage petition. And in Wellington we protested with the lesbian group Lava outside the Ministry of Women's Affairs, and then we marched to Parliament, and all the way we went, we were hounded and harassed and abused in the most vile way by a group of trans rights activists. And so our attempt to chain ourselves to the historic gates of Parliament failed because those TRAs attracted the attention of the entire security detail, who were actually supportive of us and our right to be there. So the Women's Rights Party was founded just 5 months ago. Basically on March the 25th, and we thank Kelly J. Keane
for being a catalyst for that.
Yes, thank you, Kelly. Woo-hoo.
And so yesterday on the platform, Kelly J said, sometimes you have to break things down in order to build them up again. And so that's what we're doing. We're building a new political force in New Zealand politics. We are a registered political party with over 700 members. We are contesting this year's election with a list of 12 exceptional women. And we're calling
Had to get out of the sun, guys. It's really hot.
The self-identification for determining sex on birth. The new law encourages the belief that a man can change his sex as often as he feels like it just by going online. And that means he can enter women's spaces without being challenged. And when women took their concerns to the Select Committee about this bill, the MPs, the Labour and Greens women MPs, treated them with absolute disdain.
Handmaidens! Trainee handmaidens!
Were opposed to this bill. In fact, it went through without a single dissenting voice, not from the right, nor from the left.
Shame on them!
And recently, an amendment to the Human Rights Act passed its first reading, and those changes will put women's long-held rights on a collision course with the rights of men identifying as women. I just want to give you a couple of examples. Women workers often have to strip down to their bra and knickers to put on their uniforms, like their scrubs, to go and perform their work. With this change to the Human Rights Act, if a man identifies as a woman, he can go into those changing sheds and claim he is being discriminated against if the women object to him being there, because the change to the Human Rights Act would put gender identity on the same level as sex-based rights.
Boo!
And when the women say, we don't want them in here, they will be defending their sex-based rights, which are also already in the Human Rights Act that have been there since 1993. Whose rights are going to take precedence? We will be there to make sure it's women's rights. Similarly, a man who's committed the most vile, violent acts against women can claim he's a woman and be transferred to a women's prison. Whose rights will then take precedence? The women in that prison who are often there because they are in poverty, because they have themselves been the victims of sexual abuse and violence by men. Whose rights will take precedence? What about girls? If they object to the toilets having boys from their high school in there and they're dealing with messy menstruation, whose rights will take precedent? The boy who says, I identify as a girl, or the girls at that high school? Or a man who identifies as a woman and wants to play in the soccer tournament or some other sport with his contact, and merely because he is a male, he is going to likely be stronger, have bigger lungs, have a different physical physique, and he's got lots of testosterone, so he's likely to be more aggressive. And that will put women at risk, their safety at risk. That's why we must preserve women's sports. So, the Women's Rights Party, what's your party vote this election to protect women and girls' spaces, to protect women and girls' sports, to protect our right to speak when our hard-fought sex-based rights are under attack, to protect our children from medical intervention, from puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones and surgery that will ruin them for life. And we want to stop the kids being told in school that they can change their sex because they can't.
That's right.
It won't make them happy. It won't make them happy. So 130 years ago, New Zealand women won the right to vote. We were the first in the world to do so. We are strong. We are women. We will raise our voices because who would have thought we needed to exercise our vote and raise our voices to protect our rights? So this year when you cast your vote We're asking women and men to cast your party vote for the Women's Rights Party to show that women's rights really do matter. Women will not be silenced. Like the Scottish women say, women won't be wished. We say women will not be shushed. And we know that all you men here are standing alongside us, and kia kaha to you as well.
Thank you, men.
Thank you, Jill. They're trying. They're really trying. But we've got it, and we are speaking. We are and we're good. Alrighty, next person. Sorry, Fern and then Helen. Helen? Busy. Thank you, Fern. I've got to fly out again shortly. I've just come up for a couple of hours from Christchurch.
Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Woohoo!
So first I want to say hello to all you beautiful adult human females. And to all you awesome men who have come here to support the adult. Because our men are awesome as well, so thank you. And so my name is Helen Houghton, and if you don't know me, I'm from the New Conservative Party. I'm the leader of the party, and I have been talking about the gender in schools for the last 5 years. I have been a school teacher for almost 20 years, and I have left the profession to get involved in politics because no party has been standing up for our children. Our children are being confused and being told that they can be the opposite sex, but you all know that you cannot change your sex.
That's right!
People are not born in the wrong body. Tell me, please, am I allowed to feel uncomfortable if I go into a toilet, a woman's toilet, and there's a male in there?
Yes!
Well, why is it then we're not allowed to talk about it? It was mentioned yesterday, it was 130 days since the vote. And they said on the news that we've come far. Do you think we've come far?
No! We're going backwards.
Yep. As a woman who has strong opinions about many things, I like to speak up. However, what has happened in New Zealand where women cannot speak in a public place without being vilified?
We're going back to the 1800s.
So when I put a petition to Parliament about 5 years ago to remove gender ideology from schools, since then I have had myself featured in a book named New Zealand's Underworld of Extremists.
My God.
So because I stand up for children, because I'm a teacher and I'm concerned about their minds and how we're inflicting a lot of harm on them, I'm an underworld extremist.
Shame on them!
I'm pretty sure I look dangerous to you. What do you reckon? I do have a vagina. Yes, I do.
You got a vagina and a voice. You must be dangerous.
Women should not have to provide a reason and justify why they don't want men in our toilets. That is our right. We are women. Men do not belong in our toilets. And I know that most of you men here do not want to be near our toilets. Pretty sure that you guys don't want us females in your toilets. When I was a bit of a rebel, I remember going to a concert and I did go into a guy's toilet and they were not very happy with me. So, you know how we feel. And we appreciate you being here. We will not stop talking about this. Nobody will shut us down or silence us. We are women, and until the Ministry for Women put at the top of the priority women sex-based rights, we will not stop.
Woo!
Is that enough? No, I'll just give you an example of how harmful the gender ideology is in our schools with your children and your grandchildren. So I was teaching in a school where they first started bringing this rubbish in, the Inside Out group. They're infecting your schools. They came in because a child decided that they wanted to start the new year off as the opposite gender. So the Inside Out group come into the school, they train the teachers to talk about a whole lot of woke stuff. They re-educate them, and we know what re-education looks like if you're from a communist country. So about 2 days after that lesson, the Inside Out group actually had facilitators that took the lesson with the senior classes. And about 2 days after that lesson, I was teaching one of these classes, and there was a boy down the back on his iPad, mucking around as kids do, you know, and I was just asking him what he was doing, and he, you know, on your iPads you get all these apps where you can change what you look like. So he said to me, I'm just seeing what I would look like as a female. So this is serious stuff. This is happening here in Christchurch. That wasn't Christchurch. It is happening in New Zealand. This is not just an American thing or overseas. It's happening here right now in New Zealand. I have teachers come up to me and thank me for putting the petitions up because they have 3, 4 children in their classrooms wanting to identify as the opposite sex. They want to use different pronouns, and so the teachers are saying, well, unless you bring a signed letter from your parents, that's not happening. But there are teachers who are being forced out of the profession. There are teachers who have left the profession, really good teachers, and they are just bringing in the woke ones who will actually agree and go along with what they want. So we need to have a revolution of the Ministry of Education and start again and remove those woke people.
Yeah, it's either that or get your children out of those schools. That's right, John.
Educate the ministry. Yeah, well, we need to actually remove most of the ministry. Yeah, so it is happening. In Christchurch, I had a teenager send me a little video of when she recorded the assembly at her high school. It was Rainbow Week and they were told they had to wear colours. She chose not to, she chose to wear black. All her teachers said to her that she was supposed to wear colours. And anyway, then she wanted to sit out of the assembly because she knew what was going to happen. And they said, no, you have to attend it. So your children can't opt out of these things because it's everywhere. It's not just in the sex lessons, it's right throughout the whole school. So what happened was she recorded it without the teachers knowing, and it looks more like a little drag show than a school assembly. So you had 2 boys coming out in their glittery dresses. This is what is happening in our schools here in New Zealand.
Shame!
I need to go and catch my plane. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you!
I'll say this again at the end, but the police are asking that people leave the venue when you're ready to leave through that access or that access over here. Okay? Do not go down there. All right? Sorry? Well, we're not finished yet, but I will at the end. But they are fabulous. Boys in blue, lovely. Girls in blue, lovely more. Okay. Kellyanne.
Hello, New Zealand!
Hello!
I'm from Brisbane, Australia. Taking 2 pints to get here today.
Oh, wow! High five!
I was not watching this again on my iPad. Yous ladies, yous men, that day, the world was watching.
That's right.
We could do nothing to help. I was not having that again.
Yeah.
To just stand here back to back with my friend Rex and stand for the Anzac women, then that's what we're going to do because it's our time.
That's it.
This is a war.
Yep.
And we don't play fair in wars. Now, I don't know if you've noticed this, and I'm not going to take long because this is Wellington and Auckland's day. This is your day, so I'm not going to be long. But you ladies, have you noticed? There is a great decumulation ritual going on us. You've got people in beauty contests that would not make 1
Come on! The joke is on us, can't you see it? Can't you see it? It's belittling. It's disrespectful. I'm a short ass, and I'm loud. That's my super turf power. We all got one. I'm gonna go, but before I go, find your super turf power. Whether it's being loud, whether you collect turfs like Pokemon cards, whether you speak absolute fucking truth from this ring's lady. Find your power, make it work. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
And just as a representation, Tikawiti. Go. And they've all signed, they've all put their name. It is about women's rights, men and women supporting Tikawiti. Thank you guys.
Just getting some water, guys. I know. Very hot today. Just give me a sec.
Hi everyone, can you hear me? I'm Sue. I'm a proud mother of 4, grandmother of 9, and I'm Turf.
Yo!
And the first rule of Turf Club is to always talk about Turf Club. So that's why I'm here. I realised I was a Turf about 3 years ago after commenting on a Facebook post that Eddie Izzard was not the victim that he claimed to be in his little story about being chased out of a woman's toilet by 2 teenage girls. I said that the teenage girls were the victims, and I got a huge pile on, which was good because it was a turning point. And soon after that, I discovered Magdalene Burns and Kelly J. Keane, and I'm probably one of many here today who have watched every single one of Kelly J's videos. Thank you, Kelly J. I've been a teacher at a New Zealand tertiary institution for the last 20 years, and for the last maybe 3 years, I've seen an increasing rainbow presence, education sessions, somebody actually hired to promote the rainbow agenda, gender-neutral toilets, the gender-neutral tick, etc. And also the advice that we should use preferred pronouns in our email signatures. So this is where I decided to draw the line in the sand, and I wrote to the CEO expressing my views, and I'd like to read a slightly adapted version of what I wrote. Please forgive me if it's a little academic, but I'm sure you'll understand. Right, so, dear Mr. X, in response to the advice that staff use preferred pronouns, I'd like to let you know that I will not be doing this. I could have chosen to say nothing, but there may be others who think like me and who are saying nothing, and silence does not indicate agreement. Firstly, we don't need to be told someone's preferred pronouns. English distinguishes between males and females. We use pronouns automatically as English speakers. We unconsciously register what sex someone is when we see them. It's something we have been programmed by millennia of human evolution to do. And no one needs pronouns in their email to indicate whether you're male or female. We can tell from a person's name most of the time what their sex is. And in the work environment, we're talking about work-related topics, so sex or gender is actually irrelevant. From a purely grammatical point of view, telling people to use preferred pronouns doesn't make sense because we don't use them when we're talking to someone. We only use them when we're talking about them. And if we are able to tell people which pronouns to use when they talk about us when we are not there, this becomes compelled speech, which compromises our basic right to freedom of speech. Now, in a recent article in the UK Telegraph, Joe Bartosh, who's also a bit of an academic,
Thank
says,
you, Karen. Please share everywhere you can.
pronouns are chosen
Everyone
by the
watching.
speaker to describe the subject. Changing this to reflect the subject's internal sense of identity is not a merely semantic matter. It is an affront to anyone with the wit to object to compelled speech. Now, a company or workplace advising their staff to put pronouns in their signature is effectively telling people they need to acknowledge and give priority to someone's sexuality or perceived sexuality. We haven't done this before, and I, for one, just want to do my job. I don't want to think about what someone's sexuality or perceived sexuality is. But more importantly, putting pronouns in your signature, email signature, implies acceptance of gender identity ideology. A belief system which says that sex is changeable, whether by hormones, surgery, or actually just doing nothing. By just doing nothing and stating you are a member of the opposite sex of that which you were born. The origins of gender identity ideology would probably shock most people if they knew about it. You probably know, but if you don't know, just Google the John Money experiments. Most of those people over there don't want you to know about how their whole movement got started. And they probably don't even know themselves, to be honest. Oh, yes, in Hamilton. And actually, I come from Hamilton. Okay. People seem to think that they are being kind and inclusive by using pronouns, which are contrary to biological sex, but they are actually agreeing to lie about reality. A small group of people demanding that other people talk about that there's a different sex to what they are perceived to be are actually demanding that we all become liars.
Yeah.
Those who believe in gender ideology are free to do so. But you don't have the right to make me believe it. I will not agree to become a liar.
That's right. Woo!
And some people argue that language just changes. That's true, but the use of preferred pronouns is not the natural evolution of language. It is imposing language change, and it's a slippery slope. If we agree to use female pronouns for males, then we must agree to change other words to appease the perceptions of those males. This has already happened, and most people have already heard ugly words such as chest feeders, menstruators, birthing people, and others to refer to females. Right. It is noticeable that in the health system where this is happening, governments are not changing the words to refer to males. Only the language for females is being erased.
Shame on them!
And the question, what is a woman, is now one which probably most politicians and those in other prominent positions in society are not prepared to answer. So in conclusion, there are a huge number of negative implications of the apparently simple act of putting pronouns in email signatures, and I will not be using them. So just a little bit extra. We all know, they all know what a woman is. But for now, the lies of the trans activists are being swallowed by our governments and most of the media. This will change, I believe, thanks to the courage and determination of every woman and every man who has spoken up against these lies, here or elsewhere, and who will continue to speak up, regardless of the harassment and hatred of those who are trying to stop us from being heard today and in other public forums. They have no arguments. They have only abusive slogans. They will fail, and women will win.
Hold the mic a bit closer. Closer.
Resist Gender Education is a group of educators, parents and concerned citizens, and we reject the way gender ideology has infiltrated our schools. Stop teaching children gender identity beliefs as if they are fact. We call on the new Minister of Education to withdraw the current harmful relationships and sexuality education curriculum. It must be replaced with one that is safe, accurate,
age appropriate, and has parental approval.
If you guys want me to go down and see the trans activists, I will quickly, but I don't want to give them any attention.
That they can choose their sex.
But if you want me to go and have a look what they're doing, I will.
Stereotypes about what boys and girls should like. Stop telling them that it's easy and even joyful to change sex. Do not introduce them at school to puberty blockers, chest binders and cross-sex hormones. Stop leading them to believe that their personalities are wrong for their sex and they need to radically alter their bodies.
That's right.
Resist gender education advocates for the right of children to reject gender stereotypes and be their authentic selves without discrimination, labelling or medical intervention to fix them. Research shows that over 80% of children with gender dysphoria finish up being comfortable with their biological sex if they are allowed to go through puberty without medical interference.
That's right.
Schools should be supporting and reassuring children to accept their bodies and each other, rather than encouraging gender nonconformists to surgically remove healthy body parts to match stereotypes. Here are some essential facts for the new Minister of Education. Sex and gender are two distinct things. Sex is not on a spectrum. There are only two sexes. Humans cannot change sex.
That's right.
It is not hateful or bigoted to say that no woman has a penis and that humans cannot change sex. These are scientific facts.
It's the truth.
Sending confused and anxious children down a path towards radical and irreversible changes to their bodies is not kindness or tolerance or inclusion. Resist Gender Education believes that all children have the fundamental human right to go through puberty and reach adulthood with their fertility and sexual function intact. We call on the Minister of Education to write a new RSE curriculum that helps young people to accept their bodies and to live freely as gender nonconformists in the sex they were born as. It is not compassionate to teach children concepts that are scientifically and ethically dishonest. True compassion means supporting distressed children to understand and accept the truth.
That's right.
About the unchangeable nature of their sex.
The truth.
Empathy without honesty is no more than a hollow performance.
Yes.
This charade in our schools must stop. If you'd like to know more, please take one of our cards. Deborah's handing them out.
Hands off our children.
Or visit our website, resistgendereducation.nz.
Resistgendereducation.nz. Go where?
I don't know where Tony is.
No.
Someone was next through here.
Don't know. Are you gonna?
I'm too.
You go first.
Hello everybody. Hello. My name is Michelle. I'm not a teacher. I'm not a politician. I'm just
I'm gonna have to stop it because my speech is on there. Unless I try to remember it. But that's why I don't know if I'm gonna go. Because my speech is on there.
Okay. Hello everyone.
You have to
I'm
stop it and
Michelle,
start it
and
again.
I am just a woman. So I am married. I have 2 children. My son is with me today. The question I wanted to ask is, how the hell has it come to this? 130 years ago we got the right to vote. And in the 70s we could get our own mortgage. And in 1967 Catherine's rights were shoved and kicked away because she wanted to run a marathon. And it wasn't until 1972 that we could run. That's 51 years ago. That's in most of our lifetime. Nowadays, we get to enjoy social and financial freedoms. Women have been given a place, we make up 52% of this population. I can vote. I can participate in referendums on flag design and whether or not we should legalise weed. But no one has consulted us with the erasure of our sex and the gender identity law.
That's right, no one did ask us.
That law slipped through Parliament with a few cheers and the rest of the country were like, yeah, right, whatever. Because no one actually sat down and extrapolated the consequences that would ripple through our society. So how do we feel about this? Are our voices being heard? No. Do we feel threatened?
Yes.
Damn right we do. And why do we? Because not all men have good intentions.
That's right.
97% of sex crimes are perpetrated by men.
Yep.
And guess who are the victims of those sex crimes?
We are.
Women. Peer-reviewed research shows us that the majority of trans cross-dressers suffer from autogynephilia. 75%.
Oh my God.
It's a fetish. It's sexual. Yes. And I
It's
don't care what anybody wants to wear or how they want to dress. And it's no good in believing that you can put a frock on and be a woman. This dress does not make me a woman.
That's right.
I am more than just a frock.
Yep.
I'm angry, actually. So, and then we think about prisons, our women in prisons. When you look at the statistics of the women that we have in prison, most of them have been abused. Abused by who? Men. And so what we're doing, so men by and large commit the majority of crimes in prison, and they tend to be violent. And what do women do? It's economic. They steal, it's prostitution, and they're forced there. And then when you look into the data of trans crime, that's another thing entirely, and it's not pleasant. So I stand before all of you today as a sexual assault survivor, and I know that some men are predators, and I know that some predators are opportunistic. And I believe that women of this country should have a voice in the spaces that we use, the health care that we seek. And if, should I ever go to prison, that I will be protected from male predators that wear a bloody frock.
That's right!
Now, a male friend recently told me a horrific story. He was in a private spa in London, and he was in the steam room. 3 men came in, sitting in the steam room with him, and he was just sitting there chilled. He said he became aware of something. These guys were masturbating. They had their penises out there masturbating.
Gross!
He got up and he left. And he said, you guys are disgusting. I said to him, you know, all the changing rooms I have been in, all the spas, the hammam, never have I seen a woman masturbate. Because we're too fucking tired from picking up after the kids and running around.
That's right!
The jobs, right? So, I'm nearly my hands are knackered. So, elected officials, don't bother me with referendums on flag designs or referendums of legalising weed to make it look like you're listening to us, because you're not. Hear me now, and hear us good. Abolish self-ID, put rigorous rules and protocols in place to protect our vulnerable youngsters. Reinstate the women of this country. Instead of being menstruators, make us women again. Instead of being birthing persons, make us mothers again. We are, after all, a major shareholder in this country. Keep girls and women's sports for girls and women's. Keep girls and women safe in prisons and facilities. And if you want to be truly inclusive, create categories for trans or open, but don't be inclusive at the expense of our rights.
Thank you very much. We're over halfway through. There are people who still want to talk, so can we maybe shorten it a little bit so everyone gets a chance? Really appreciate that. Thank you. Sasha.
Thank you. Hi. Hi, I'm Sasha Jones. Here I'm speaking. I'm speaking here today because I was denied that right to speak at Albert Park in March. Denied by the government led by the Labor Party that I not only voted for about 3 decades, but I gave 3 decades of voluntary labour to. And it's mostly women who do all this voluntary labour, particularly for the political left. Because we believe that the political left cares more about women and children's rights. And we used to be right about that, but that's no more the case. Labor and Greens today could not have made their disdain for women like me, the mothers and grandmothers of this country, clearer than they did it in Albert Park that day when they allowed a trans-identifying man, an active member of Auckland Pride, to run the police liaison to let women speak.
That's right!
And before that, they encouraged this taxpayer-funded media to whip up a frenzy of hate against women, calling us the hate mongers, the Nazis, the fascists, the bigots, the violent transphobes over and over and over, ensuring that we would not be allowed to speak and would be punished for trying to speak. That's the political left wing I voted for and worked for decades.
Shame
and so
on them.
It became effectively a Labor and Greens sanctioned Let Men Shout Down Women event.
Shame on them!
Telling us on the public dollar to shut the fuck up and fear for our lives.
How dare they!
While the police stood nearby doing nothing to stop them, encouraging them effectively. And I think they knew the police were not going to intervene.
Cowards! Cowards!
Shame on them. And then even after these politicians saw footage of what happened that day, they saw who brought the violence and the hate from the extensive footage made available. They came out proudly in support of that violent mob.
Had parties in the streets!
Mostly men threatening mostly older women, so much so that we feared for our lives. And even after knowing this and knowing that the Wellington event, Let Women Speak event, had to be cancelled for fear of more violence from the Killing with Kindness mob, the Labor PM came out in support of the Rainbow Whānau, as he called it.
Disgusting!
The rainbow that excludes the older lesbians that were there that day, many of them with long histories of fighting tireless activism for gay rights. And women who are called bigots for not wanting men who say they're lesbians into their lesbian spaces and even their beds.
Yuck!
They're supposed to be bigots for that. Lesbians don't do dick. And this rainbow is led by a gay man who doesn't identify as gay. He identifies as they. It's non-binary. Because that makes him extra special, even though his behaviour could not be less binary, could not be more male. He wants to deny that gay men and women need to support our rights claims. All the while he encourages the transitioning of gay and gender non-conforming kids. A cult that is increasingly being called out as homophobic by gay and lesbian people across the globe. And that man, Chanel Lal,
Person of the year doesn't deserve it.
Bullhorn stirring up woman hate, celebrating the violent intimidation and silencing of mothers and grandmothers. He was awarded Young New Zealand of the Year.
Shame! Shame!
Shame! Almost the next bloody minute, giving him that award literally taught the younger generation of New Zealand men, especially including my sons who are his age,
Take your money out
that they will be rewarded for openly hating on older women and making us shut up with violence if necessary. There is no more dangerous message to send to young men than that.
That's right. Absolutely.
Then he's invited onto Māori TV after winning that award where he got to spew his women hate to the whole nation and even mock what pose he was wearing that day.
Ridiculous!
Kelly Jane King-Minchell, whose family were justifiably too afraid to let her come here today to speak up for women and to let New Zealand women speak up too, as no media in this country has let her speak. After violently silencing her, he mocked her outfit on national TV. Who gives a shit what she's wearing? She looked great.
She did look great!
She's just not vain about her appearance like he is. And the male host of that show had a good chuckle at Posey's expense. And that's more taxpayer funds going to encouraging men to shame and mock and silence women. My writing and research is in... My writing and research is in the New Zealand criminal justice system's failure to protect battered women from male violence. That violence is based on
the trans are trying to come closer to us.
Weak men's resentment and envy of women's reproductive capacity. And when women start having children, that's when the violence really starts, because the attention shifts from the men and goes to the women, and that's what's happening here. We're claiming attention, and these trans rights activists don't like it, and they envy our reproductive capacity. There's period envy, there's not penis envy, it's friggin' period envy. It's pathetic.
I will do, Mariana, the trans is trying to come closer to us right now.
A woman being punched by a 20-year-old man, it was just a metre away from me, it was friggin' terrifying. I saw the hate in that man's eyes. He didn't know that black, grey-haired woman's at all, but he hated her without knowing her, and he punched her in the eye, which is a classic domestic violence injury, because that's where men who hate women want to punch us in our eyes.
They did push them back, and they did.
In public, he felt he had the right to punch that woman.
But that person did get pretty close.
At 20, he had that right. He wasn't trans.
Too close.
He didn't have a dress on, but he identifies with the trans because all the incels do. It's a men's rights movement. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there, and I'm just going to say that I've voted for Labour for 30 years. This year I'm voting for the Women's Rights Party. Because every other New Zealand political party, effectively the main ones anyway, are men's rights parties. They've exploited our goodwill for too long, and they're going to pay for that. Okay, thanks very much.
Hillary, would you like to speak?
Thank you. Thank you all for being here. It really makes a difference to me, and I'm sure it'll make
I just got to check my battery, guys, which means I have
hopefully
to
make a difference to a whole lot of young kids
somehow
as well.
put the small on. Shoot.
I'm speaking on behalf of Lesbian Action for Visibility in Aotearoa. Thank you.
How do I check my battery?
We were in Wellington,
Can't see it.
the Minot, and 30 years ago, when lesbians were included into the Human Rights Act, the first time in the world lesbians got mentioned. Separately from homosexual, because usually homosexual is presumed to be men.
Sorry, guys, I just have to charge my phone.
Most humans are men, supposedly.
So I'm just trying to get my stuff out here.
And yet today, the Ministry for Women's website, if you put in the word lesbian, nothing comes up in the search.
Okay, I'm just gonna plug it in, which means my headphones have to come out, and you won't be able to hear me, but hopefully you can still hear the speaker, and let me know if you can't.
We know that lesbians are same-sex attracted. Not same-sex
Plugging it in now.
And there are young women who are questioning their sexuality, or even just not wanting to be too ladylike, and they've been told that they need to change their sex and that they can change their sex, which of course is bullshit. But this is what's told to actually.
Can you hold that there for a second?
What's happening
Thank you so much.
the ones who are questioning their sexuality, they're changing the game. That's what's happening. And these young women who are hanging around in trans scenes with men who like to think of themselves and want others to think of them as women are being told that if they don't fancy these men, then they are kink shaming and are being shamed for kink shaming. It's not safe for these young women. In my day, you hung out in that scene and you got to meet lovely women, and you also got to see great men
Sorry, guys.
who were gay,
There you go, we're all good now.
who were standing up for each other as well. And we were allowed to have separate lesbian events where we wanted to. We could do gay things together, lesbian and gay and bi. But nowadays, the LGBTQI plus, take out the I, sorry, LGBTQ plus, thinks that we are hurting them if we want to have lesbian only things. The trans are allowed to have trans only things, mind you, but we're not.
Mariana, I saw your comment, that's funny.
So I want to make it really clear.
Thank you, Viv and Bon and Donna, for letting me know that the sound's all good.
We don't have relationships, the sorts of relationships with men that we have to please them. That's a handy thing. So we can say whatever we want, and we know what we want. No, it's not that. Unfortunately, the Human Rights Commission is ignoring the fact that men are different to women. They're like trying to lump us into the idea of you can identify whoever you want, as are all the government departments and nearly every institution everywhere, and it's not true. Even though the Human Rights Act still specifies that it's sex, even though the United Nations and the CEDAW says that sex is biological and physical, they also support self-identity, but self-identifying does not actually mean you are the other sex, legally or in reality. You are not. So the reason why I want to talk about the lesbian stuff is, of course, because we get included in LGBTQ+, and it's going to be hell for all those young women and young gay men, the lesbians and gay men, for quite a few years, and there's going to be a lot of healing that needs to be done. So please keep that in mind when you're abusing them. There's also ones there who have been duped because it's a fashion. So keep that in mind. Thanks.
They've got a lot of shadow work to do.
I've got a little sing-along for you to trigger the truth. I'm going to sing it twice, and you can join in on the second one. Do you'll always be a guy, Ray, and yes, your name is Ray. Me, a woman, but not one. So please just go far away. So no matter how you try, laughing at your massive white tears that no woman needs, and that brings us back to do. You'll always be a guy, Ray, and yes, your name is Ray. Me, I want, so no matter how you try, laughing at your massive white tears think no woman needs, and that brings us back to do.
That's right! That's right!
And you know me? You know what a woman is when you want a blowjob.
We've got a few speakers to go. It's quieting down over there. I think we outlasted them. There you go.
Tēnā koutou katoa. Ko Trudy Taurua Takawinga. I'm going to be honest, I didn't know anything about this until Posey Parker was on the news, and I'm like, that's rubbish, that's like the stuff that happens in America and crazy countries. It doesn't happen here. We're too lazy. Seriously? We're too lazy to get up and out. But I wandered along the march and got this fright of the life to see men pushing women. It's just so messed up.
Yep.
This is my country. We don't do that. We might, some of us women need a little talking to at times, but not in anger, not like that. And it was shocking. And so I started looking and realised how big this is. About a month after that, my school sent out a letter about something called RSE, which is Recreation and Sexuality Education. I didn't know what that was. It was yeah. See, I cared so much I can't even remember what it was called. My bad. But I did read these 60-page document
or
which said
something
that they
like
wanted
that.
our children to question gender. They also want the boys and girls to go in whichever toilet that they want to go in, whichever sports group, all of that sort of hoo-ha, and I'm like, no. See, I was raised by a single dad. I had 2 stepsons and then my own son, so I'm not the most feminine girl. Okay, if I try to put makeup on, I will poke myself in the eye with the mascara brush multiple times, so it looks like I've got pink eye and give up and stay home. Probably in my sweatpants. I did attempt to be girly today. I sewed my dress, as you can see. I didn't finish the hair on it, but you know, that's the best you're gonna get. Okay, I didn't even brush my hair, that's why I've got a hat. But I'm still a girl. My dad raised me up north, so yeah, I can drive a tractor, I can build a deck, I can change the oil in my car. Can't do the makeup thing, but I'm still a girl. I'm a woman. We're at these times now, I have a feeling somebody would tell me I should be a boy, but you know what? I like dick. Sorry. I'm a girl, I'm straight, I'm a mother. Recently, about 10 or so weeks ago, I became a grandmother. It's my time now.
Yes!
Queer, fire, girl, whatever. Not any of that. You can look at my chest if you're a single bloke. Okay? Nothing against lesbians, but you know, I like that. Sorry, darling. Yeah, so that's my thing. I really want other parents to understand this actually is happening. When I went to the school meeting and pointed out, there were Ministry of Education people there, and I pointed out I don't have anything against little boys that are confused. Life is really tricky, and we just made it through COVID, which, let's face it, threw us all out the window. But girls need a safe space. That's just all there is to it. I mean, all life. I don't want to do that with penises looking at me. And I don't think lesbians really want to deal with penises looking at them. We're not saying penises are bad. I have a son. I like boys. Penises are good, but just not in my bathroom. I don't want to play league against a penis because, well, I'll lose and I don't like it. But, yeah, I just want everybody to know this is happening. The Ministry of Education are advocating for us to question gender and for our children to question gender. Okay, I like a skirt. I don't wear them often. I'm more of a gumboot girl, but I will breastfeed anything you need me to breastfeed. But if there's a big heavy rock, I'm hoping a fella will move it. Not because I'm not capable, but I was raised that men are the strength and women are the strength behind. And there's nothing wrong with that. Our girls should have that choice. I'm strong, but I know that big rock fella right here. See, I love my dude here. And wherever the guys, yeah, there's a few men here, and I'm super grateful. I'm super grateful that you're here with us. Men are just awesome. They stand with us, they stand behind us, and we do the same for them. The other people that were upset at, they're not men. They're not men. My dad is awesome, my son is awesome. They are not men. But what I want you to be aware of is that I was told from a Ministry of Education person when I was questioning the RSE Act that their decision was that they would block little girls from the toilet so the boy could use it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, seriously. That blew my mind, and I sort of, I've got a 10-year-old who comes like, what now? No, if he wants to use the bathroom, make a gender-neutral one available for him. Yeah. Got for boys, and he can go in there. But this was a Ministry of Education person at my school who told me that it's happening in current Auckland schools. Not my school, because I'm, you know, I've got boobs. But I just want people to be aware, we can't actually pretend this isn't happening. I didn't get it. Now I'm aware and it's just all up in my face, so I'm going to get back in its face.
Woo! Good on you, sister. We got you back.
Thanks very much.
Hi, my name's Mackenzie and I am a list candidate for the Women's Rights Party. Now, I'm not going to take up too much time because I'd love to hear what some more incredibly courageous women have to say. But I just wanted to step up and say how much respect I have for everyone who's shown up here today. You display an incredible amount of strength in the face of a lot of threats and pressure from activists, our government and our media, which is just appalling. All my life I have been pro-LGBTQ+, but on that day in Albert Park, those activists came to show us exactly who they are, and we saw them. I finally realised just how naive I had been, and it wasn't some conspiracy theory, right-wing extremist misinformation, or imported American culture war that changed my mind. It was their actions. Now, this toxic, destructive ideology hurts women, children, and those who just needed a kind and non-judgmental ear without an attached agenda. And this was a great day of shame for our country on the world stage as others watched appalled at what New Zealand has become. Now, they insist that we recognise and praise them as women, but the truth is that they don't even recognise us as women. They vilify us to such an extent with the help of our most powerful institutions that they feel justified and righteous in holding up signs, calling us terse and saying we should be stomped on, screaming out into the streets that we should be punched, lose our jobs and be shunned by society. The very same things they say we are doing to them. Personally, I think that these people should be ashamed of themselves and what they're standing for.
Yep, they're projecting.
Women are more than just a feeling. A woman is not a set of purchasable clothes and surgeries. In fact, I find this an incredibly regressive and misogynistic take. To dehumanize and objectify women down to a set of body parts, I am not a cervix haver, a menstruator, or a chest feeder. I am an adult, human, female, right down to the core of my existence and on a cellular level. I have never and will never be able to choose to be a woman. It is simply the reality of my being, and I believe that we should encourage and should support each other to feel confident and comfortable in the body that we're born in. And it's not just about the person with gender dysphoria. It's about the sexual predator who puts on a dress to enter a changing room to undress in front of your 5-year-old daughter.
Shame!
It's about the man who abuses his girlfriend only to identify as a woman in court and then get put in a woman's prison.
Oh my God, shame!
And then he rapes your sister.
Shame.
It's about the young woman about to graduate high school with her whole life ahead of her, who loses out on opportunities because a man was allowed to compete against her in sport.
So wrong.
Good men stay out so that bad men stand out, and self-ID laws provide ease of access for opportunists. Tell me, why is it that trans women don't feel safe using the men's bathroom, but they expect us, no, demand that we feel comfortable with them in ours?
Yeah, exactly.
It takes an incredible lack of self-awareness, I'll tell you that much.
Yep. Narcissists.
Now, this topic is more important of a voting issue to me than the economy right now, because I don't believe that we can have a strong democratic society if we cannot even get the very foundation right, such as the definition of what it means to be a woman or a man.
Yep.
I refuse to vote for or support a party that will not acknowledge my existence or rights. It is incredibly hurtful. I cannot believe that we are here. How did we get to a point where men's rights trump women's safety, fairness? I hope that people will hear this message and vote wisely this election for a party that stands for women. Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Carol, and hello, and I've come over from Melbourne to be with you all and thank you in person. When I heard that this was going to happen, I was so elated. What an act of defiance! What an act of saying no! No, you will not silence us. And I had to be here in person, whatever happened, to be with you. I was in Melbourne at the rally there, and that was bad enough with the boys in their black suits turning out. and what happened afterwards with the politicians calling us all sorts of names. But what you had, we then saw it progress to what you had to endure in Albert Park that day, and it was disgusting. But it went all around the world, and this will go all around the world too. Because you have stood up and you have said defiantly, no, and that is what we need to be doing. I would actually like to also speak on behalf of lesbians, because in Melbourne, some of you may not know this, but lesbians have been dealing with this crap for decades. Decades. 20 plus years ago in Melbourne, we wanted to organise a live-in camp for lesbians, and we meant females who were lesbians, not some straight man who identified as a woman and then said he was a lesbian because he still is attracted to straight women, like this does your heading. Anyway, 20 years ago they took us to
Thank
the
you, Mariana.
tribunal
Appreciate
for
it.
daring to say we wanted an event for female-born lesbians. They won. We had to go underground for 20 years.
Oh my gosh.
Now with the Posey Parker stuff and all the stuff that's happening, we are finally finding our bravery to come out again. So in Melbourne, there are a group of us who were part of the 20 years ago, the application for the Equal Opportunities Tribunal. And now we've come out again and we have put in for an exemption. I don't even believe that we have to do this, but we do. We have to put in for an exemption to the Australian Human Rights Commission to be able to publicly have an event for lesbians who are born female.
I don't know how to
So
do
that
it
is going before the tribunal right now.
Oh, you take that off.
We know that we probably won't win this exemption. We are doing it for the publicity, for the awareness raising, to get people to realise that the alphabet soup rainbow mob do not speak for us. In fact, they exclude us. Just to stir the pot a bit, we decided not only to go for the exemption, and when I say we 2 months ago we set up a group called Lesbian Action Group, so 2 months old, we decided that
I guess the trans people left. They did leave.
A lesbian, female lesbian event.
Oh, so much sun over here too. I've got to get back in the shade, guys. Sorry, I'm getting burnt. Very burnt.
So we're celebrating International Lesbian Day
at excuse me.
the Pride Centre, which in Melbourne is the Alphabet Soup Centre. They immediately turned down our booking. They would not let us have a lesbian event. But again, that played into our hands because we're not actually believing that we will be allowed to have a lesbian-only event in this day and age. But we were stirring the pot, and they bit. They jumped right in. So now we have a campaign against the Pride Centre who say they can't let us in because they're all for inclusion and diversity. So we have a thing against the Pride Centre. We have the exemption that's in the process at the moment. If you want to have a look, just look up the Australian Human Rights Commission, their website, and all the information about the exemption and the applications, and we had amazing letters of support from all over the place. It was wonderful. The other thing that we want to do is LAG, or Lesbian Action Group, seems to have taken on an identity of its own. Nobody knows who's behind this mysterious LAG, but everybody's in Australia is talking about LAG, and it's really just a bunch of daggy dykes. There's about 6 of us who are really active, and then another 6 who are in the background as support. And because it's taken on a life of its own that is actually inspiring lesbians all over Australia to be able to stand up. And so our next plan is to actually have cells of LAGs all over Australia. And if you want to have them in New Zealand, go for it. So groups that are for lesbians born female and who want to do action, not just endless discussion. That's what we've been doing for 20 years, of going underground. Discussion, discussion, discussion. We were sick of it. We want action. Thank you all.
I'm not accustomed to speaking to an audience. Okay. I lied to my 5-year-old daughter. One night I told her at dinner that there were no more strawberries. I then served strawberries for breakfast. She pronounced with shock, there were more strawberries. I never knew an adult to tell a lie. As a primary school age child, I was a victim of a large dishonesty. My small body was used to provide sexual pleasure to an adult man. Children are being told huge lies at school by educators and visiting guest trans activist groups. Green Party and Labour Party politicians endorse these lies. Lies of this scale will confuse kids around sex, and confused kids will be that much easier to deceive into sexual abuse situations.
That's right.
Stop lying to children. Sex is real.
I really wanted to come, but I just didn't know if it was going to be safe. So I'm very grateful that today has turned out like this. So thank you to the organisers who have managed to make this a very successful event. I stand here today as a woman and somebody who is a survivor of sexual assault. I also stand here as a mother who fell pregnant at 15 and had a daughter at 16 and now has a beautiful 14-year-old. I stand here to represent her because I do not want to have to worry about the same thing happening to her if she goes to school or a recreation and she has a man come into the bathroom and somehow that becomes the norm. Where do we draw the line? I will not allow her to go through the pain that I have gone through. And so I stand here and I was so excited to come here today because this is such an important thing. I also want to say that I'm very proud that over the last 3 years there has been a mass awakening in people to realize that there are so many things that have come up that we have had to stand up and say, no, this is not okay. I will not be forced to take something. I will not be forced to share a space with somebody, and that is that, and that is my choice. If you want to be something, then that is your right. You do that. Buy a kitty litter box for all we care. It is not up to us to then start calling you a cat. Okay? I think that it's really important that we start as parents and as women and just in general to stand up and look at what is being taught in the education system. Because currently we are having our kids indoctrinated with the LGBTQ plus Z, all of the things that they want our kids to think is normal. It has been hijacked. I feel so sorry for you lesbian, gay and bi people that do not agree with this. You have been absolutely hijacked. So I applaud every person that has come and stood. I was there at Posey Parker event in March. It was traumatizing. My mum to this day is traumatized. She did not want me to come today because she just did not know what could happen. So the effects that this has had on people, anytime I hear the bang bang or whistles, it's traumatizing to my ears. I literally went to the chemist and bought earplugs just in case today. Like I really thought, like, who knows what would happen. So that's all I wanted to say. I just want to say keep standing and being strong, and the fire that is sparked in our belly, keep it going. Thank you.
Oh no!
Hello everyone, I'm Marie Doherty from Lesbian Resistance. And today we are blessed. We've had good luck from the secretary in the church. So for all you good churchgoers, you've been blessed. And that's what's kept us safe for some. Some might think it's other reasons. The other thing that I want to say is that we here all have one thing in common, our mitochondrial DNA. And it goes all the way back to the beginning of human history, to the first woman. That DNA has come through today and is here in us, woman, in our bones. And all those women from all that time ago who have suffered, who have survived, we are here today to speak as women. We are still here, we are still strong, we're not going anywhere. And we have their blessing and they are with us now.
Yes!
That's not what I was originally going to say. What I wanted to say is that it's pretty awful, isn't it, that you defend your rights. I've lost most of mine.
I'm going to
as
take
a
my phone
lesbian.
now then, you go
They've
on.
taken our spaces, they've stolen them.
Yep.
It's pretty awful.
Okay guys,
when
I'm
you
going
stand up
to
to woman,
hang up on this because Karina's going to
when
take
you
over
want
so I can go up
children,
there.
and you get
She's going to
called
go
transphobe.
on her
You
phone.
get called racist. You
So
get called a Nazi.
we will be back up. Just hang on.
Anything that they want to throw at you, they'll throw at you to stop.
That was a persecution. I've done that. That's not a persecution.
Well, there's a whole group of men over there on the dress.
Real woman, born this way.
Oh, they are. They're all the kind of issues.
Real woman, born this way. What do they say to that? Oh, take your masks off. Take your masks off, cowards. Take your masks off, cowards. Yeah, take your masks off. Take your mask off so we can get your picture. Take your mask off.
They don't want us to engage with them.
Real woman, born this way. I love it, don't you? Real woman, born this way. Bring back asylum. Yeah, bring back asylum. Bring back the straight jacket. Yeah, you need straight jackets, not masks. How do you know? Who are you fighting? You're fighting. Delusional.
mushrooms. We're all nicely in the shade and they're all roasting.
Yeah, you look like you're under attack. Yeah. You look like you're victims. No one wants
Don't take your boosters!
Fighting for real woman! Bomb this way!
Is it Lady Gaga?
Yeah.
And I saw that song.
Okay, I'm going to go back and have a look over there. Meanwhile, over here, we just have normal people standing, talking like normal frickin' people. I'm just going to jump off here and go back onto Insta. You guys can watch the live that Rebecca's currently doing on here.
Because we are here to protect women's spaces, and to protect children. That's our job. I believe that I've heard that they want to re-educate the old people now. Where have we heard that before? So now, they've gone, first of all they came for us lesbians, and they stole our names and our spaces, and nobody cared. Then they came for women, and they stole our words, body parts, and our safe spaces, and not enough care. Now they're coming for the kids. They want the children, and they're butchering their bodies and souls. By the time they come for the rest of you, if you're too bloody busy fighting amongst each other, there's going to be no one left to help you lot. That's the word creep. It creeps into every movement that's trying to do the right thing. So don't take things on the chin about being, well, you know, you need to take it on the chin. Personal things. And make it into a race issue or make it into a transphobic issue. Hell, I've had every bloody name thrown over at me for more than half a century and I'm still bloody here. Peter Boghossian, or Boghossian, I never can figure out how his name goes, he's a philosopher. And he says that New Zealand is a nation of sleepwalkers. And we are sleepwalking towards a chasm. For fuck's sake, New Zealand, wake up and do something. That chasm is so close. And we can't let it happen, and it's called totalitarianism. That's it.
Oh yeah, okay, I'll hold it like the ice cream. My name's Jeanette Wilson. I am a candidate for New Zealand Royal. I do know I am a woman, and so is Liz Gunn, our leader. And a lady earlier today said that there wasn't anybody in Parliament that was speaking out for women's rights. More power to the movement that's already talked about here, women's rights movement. But New Zealand Royal, we are with you, women. We are with you. At 40, I want to say that, isn't it crazy? Isn't it absolutely crazy? Could you have imagined a few years ago we'd be stood here doing this? It's crazy. I'm going to read to you a poem of a 14-year-old girl from Ireland. Some of you will have heard it before, but it's so powerful, it's so on the money. If a 14-year-old girl in Ireland can work this out, why can't our politicians?
I am not a dress to be worn on a whim. A man in a dress is nonetheless a him. Women are not simply what we wear. If this offends you, I do not care. I am not an idea in any man's mind, and my purpose in life is not to be kind. So while my rights were trampled every day of the week, I will not stand by being docile and meek. We are women. We are warriors of steel. Woman is something no man will ever feel. Woman is not a skill that any man can hone. Woman is our world, it's our word, it's ours alone. The word woman contains womb. Before I moved into politics, I worked as a healer. I'm an intuitive. And I'm going to have to put my hands up and say, I've got a part in this, because over the last 29 years as a healer and an intuitive, trans people have come to me with their worries, with their emotions. And I've embraced that feminine part of me, and I've been compassionate, and I've been kind, and I've been caring. But look where it's got us, guys. We have to draw the line in the sand. This is not okay. Our LGBTQ people have fought for the last 30 years plus, and for many years before that. This is not okay. Straight women, gay women, sisters, mothers, daughters, nieces, grandmas, we need to stand shoulder to shoulder and push back. And look around you, look at these brave souls. You are the pushback. You are here today, the world is watching you. I came in by accident to the wrong side. I have a little habit of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. I was in Wellington for the protest, got my sternum broken by 3 police officers, got assaulted by another 2, had my case investigated by 2 he-she's, didn't get any justice. And today I came into the wrong side, not knowing we needed to be on this side. And what really hit me was the hate in their eyes, their anger. They have some serious self-work to do. My heart still goes out to them. But if you're born with a penis, you're a boy. And if you can have a baby, you're a girl. It really is that simple. And psychiatrists, counsellors have steered them wrong. However they want to dress, whatever their sexual orientation, it's absolutely fine. But if you've got a penis, you're a boy, and if you can have a baby, you're a girl. It's that simple. We need to stop confusing our young ones. As a mother, my biggest worry as a mother, I had a daughter first and then a son, was my little boy going into the men's toilets. Every time that, can you relate to this? Every time that happened, I was like standing outside the door. We've got to worry about that for our girls now. We've gone backwards. This isn't okay. So, thank you guys. Look around. You are the heroes. Thank you. We do need to push back with love. We've got 5 minutes to go. One more speaker. Unless anyone is just desperate to say 3 words. Just woman only, sorry. Here we go.
Good afternoon, women. I want to start this with a little slogan that we know from our fair lady, Charlie J. King. You know it. No woman has a penis. No man has a vagina. There is no such thing as non-binary. And transitioning children is profound abuse. I recently became a first-time mother. The process of reproduction is both a blessing and a curse. Swollen hands and feet from pregnancy, something the men will never experience. Your walk turning into a something a man will never experience. Complete exhaustion from carrying a little human. Something a man will never experience. Being kicked in the ribs, hormones and mood out of control, grumpiness, hungry all the time, weird cravings, anxiety about the birth, weeding how it will happen. I birthed my baby at home without painkillers or assistance. Apart from his dad, just me and my baby. Feeling the power and incredible innate knowing and instinct of the female body, a man will never experience. Getting him here safely solely was my responsibility, and now keeping him safe from predators is mainly still my responsibility.
Yep.
The recovery from birth, I couldn't eat solids for a week, only smoothies, stews and yogurt, because the idea of pushing anything solid so soon after delivering a 7-pound baby was just too much to handle and wasn't happening. And that's all just the start, and just to name a few things during pregnancy, birth and after birth. The rest of his life he needs me, his mother. My life will never be the same again. I have made the transition from maiden to mother, a transition solely experienced by a woman. The most famous depiction of Mother Mary is with her holding her child in one hand and putting her foot on the head of the serpent in the other. It is our responsibility as mothers to keep the serpent at bay from our beautiful, innocent little children. Crush the head of the serpent! These people that showed up today are mentally ill. I'm going to give you the definitions of NSPs: narcissistic, sociopathic, psychopaths. Narcissism. It's a personality disorder. Includes thinking that they think very highly of oneself. They need admiration. They believe others are inferior and they lack empathy for others. A sociopath does not understand the difference between right and wrong. They don't respect the feelings and emotions of others. They constantly lie and deceive. They are callous. They have difficulty recognizing emotion. They manipulate. They are arrogant, and they violate the rights of others through being dishonest.
Yeah.
Psychopaths, characterized by extreme lack of empathy. Psychopaths may also be manipulative, charming, and exploitive, and behave in an impulsive and risky manner. They may lack conscience or guilt and refuse to accept responsibility for their actions. That is what these people are.
Yeah.
They have mental illnesses. They need to do their shadow work and work on themselves instead of projecting onto us and telling us that we need to accept their mental illnesses.
Yeah.
And our children. That's why we're here. The word mother is ours. The word female is ours. The word grandmother is ours.
Yeah. Yeah.
1 in 3 women in New Zealand experience intimate partner violence. So if you're standing there and you've got a woman on both sides of you, if it's not her on either side of you, it's you that has experienced domestic violence. We go through enough. We don't need any more of this crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was watching Netflix last night. I get about an hour to myself with a 7-month-old baby, and I have to watch something good at night to calm myself down from, being a mother and having no time to yourself. You all know whose mother's here.
Yeah.
So I watched Chris Rock and his Netflix special, Selective Outrage, his stand-up comedy in Baltimore, USA. And he said this: in some situations, I actually prefer trans women to the original recipe. I would accept my dad if he became a woman. You can't become a woman!
Yeah.
No woman has a penis! No man has a vagina! There is no such thing as non-binary, and transitioning children is profound abuse! And I just want to finish with Link Soul. No, it's not a penis song. song. It's a female song. Just give me a minute. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song saying, wake up, child, wake up, listen, listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song saying, give birth, give life, woman, give birth, give life, listen, listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song saying, teach them, be wise, grow and teach them, be wise, listen, listen. Thank you.
I can't close it better than that.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for being here today. Thank you for the woman who spoke. Thank you to the men who arrived in support.
Yes.
Woo! Thank you for not engaging with the others. Did you notice we outlasted them?
Yeah.
We won this one.
Yeah. Yes.
We took them down.
Yes.
Thank you to the police. Your communication, your effort, your collaboration with us has been absolutely astounding. All is forgiven on my part from March. All is forgiven.
We still have Wellington as well. We got dirt on them.
Please leave with caution. Those two exits on either side of the cathedral. And I know about it till the fat lady sings, I guess. And I'm not good at singing. We will win. We will win. Because we ain't going to lose. Thanks.